I want to let you all in with a little secret. I was, before this dunk contest even happened, like 90% sure I was about to upload a video after it called I Hate the Dunk Contest. I was almost certain that I was going to not enjoy whatever was going to happen. And I'll explain my reasoning for that in this video. And I believe I even did this last All-Star weekend. But no, I didn't, because I think I created my channel like right after that, like at the very end of February. But I was fully intending going into this video with my hater glasses on. That Dave Chappelle show sketch was like the player hater of the year. I was fully coming in here intending to shit on this dunk contest. But honestly, it was so bad, I can't even fully critique it properly because it was so hard to even look at. Like, I couldn't even really criticize this dunk contest for what it was because I don't even really remember what it was. It was so demonstrably forgettable from the moment it started to ended that I don't even really know where to begin with criticism because I barely remember what happened. Was there a 50 in that dunk contest? Was there? If it was it a real 50? I don't think it was, because I don't think I saw a real 50 in that whole time. I do admit I missed like 2 or 3 of the dunks in total, but Christ almighty, was that an awful experience. If you're wondering why the set is different, the jerseys actually finally hung up a jersey. But the jerseys are different. It used to be a either Kobe or Curry jersey. I don't remember which one I had up. I think I had the Curry jersey up here. It might have been the Kobe one. Either way, those jerseys are hanging up behind the camera because I have created a new set, which is for my main channel. So there's going to be a main channel set and a second channel set, which is the old one. So from now on, this will be the set that you only see on this channel. So I'm just describing the background of that for you real quick. And also subscribe to the channel, drop a like, all that. But this dunk contest, actually let's real quick, just for the sake of not forgetting about it, because I will otherwise. Let's talk about the events prior to this. The skills challenge, I didn't fully understand the format. I feel like everybody on Twitter was saying the same thing. They were like, I don't really know what's going on, but it was a lot more engaging and a lot more interesting than anything that we'd seen in the skills challenge before. I'm still very adamant that a 1v1 tournament competition would be 1,000 times more interesting than that, whether or not star players actually participated or not. Even if it was like Lou Williams and Tyler Hero in a contest, like that'd just be more fun for me to actually get a one-on-one contest. That'd be much better. But for all intents and purposes, this was a much more entertaining skills challenge than I think I've ever seen. So if we're going to start off on a positive, it's that. The 3-point contest was fine. It wasn't anything. There was one thing that was special, which is that Karl Anthony Towns won it, and is the first center to ever win a 3-point contest. Not only the first center to participate, but also the first to win it in the same year. So that was really cool. It's funny because my dad, he's a casual NBA fan. It's okay. You're allowed to be a casual fan. He saw Cat was playing. He's like, oh, he's not going to do well. I was like, that's the greatest 3-point shooting big man of all time. I don't know that I'd count him out. Then he won. So that was cool. 3-point contest was cool. They did some fucking like dating game or something with Curry and Aisha and like some rapper who I can't remember who it was. I think that's what it was. Again, this is like something that's like, it was so bad that I blacked out. It was fucking awful. And everyone on Twitter shitting all over it. Like, I saw someone posted a tweet, or it was like a screenshot of something LeBron said that was like, whoever came up with this needs to be fired. Absolutely. It was horrible. It was some sort of filler thing as they were setting everything else up. What a nightmare. Just an awful, awful, awful waste of time for everybody involved. Then we move on to, we can't avoid it. We had to talk about this dunk contest. Let's see. What are the highlights of the awful? Jalen Green comes out with an NFT. Immediately, Jalen Green is on my shit list of players just for that. Immediately, I just dislike him significantly more. I hate NFTs, and if you're going to argue with me in the comment section, I'm not going to listen to you. So just save your breath. and go stare at your bored ape. I don't give a fuck. NFTs are lame. You are lame. And Jalen Green was lame for that. What else? So I won't be taking an NBA Top Shot sponsorship anytime soon. What else? Obi Toppin, his dunks were fine, and that's the reason he won. He was probably the least offensive in terms of just like, God, I really don't want to watch this. Cole Anthony did a dunk with Tim's on. I understand that's like in the spirit of New York and all that, but it was very gimmicky. And I really have a problem historically with gimmicky dunks. And Juan Toscano-Anderson. Look, I love Juan. I really do. And he's a really good in-game dunker. But he's one of those guys who the reason he's good at dunking is not conducive to a dunk contest. He has a lot of strength in his dunks. He has a lot of power. And really, that's not the most important ability when it comes to a dunk contest. It comes down to creativity and vertical. He brought neither to the table. He's not a particularly high jumper. In fact, I believe I saw somewhere that he has like a 28-inch vertical. So there's that. But like power isn't really a factor in a dunk contest dunk. It's a factor in an in-game dunk, which is why Juan is pretty good at in-game dunks, but not good for a dunk contest. And he didn't do a great job, which is unfortunate because Juan, weirdly enough, of that group, Juan Toscano-Anderson is my favorite player there. Jalen Green missed like 17 dunks in a row, and like that is genuinely the most soul-sucking experience in the dunk contest. It's one of the reasons why I hate it so much, is when it happens over and over and over again. You watch the arena just lose all of its energy, and the call loses all of its energy. And at a certain point, even if they actually complete the dunk could be an all-time great dunk contest dunk, but because it was superseded by 9 misses, no one cares anymore. I saw someone make a joke that was like Jalen Green NFT 9 fucking tries. Genuinely, it was the worst. It brought all the energy out of the arena, and every time that happens, and I don't even know necessarily what to say in terms of like, they debate every year like how many misses should you have, or should you be allowed to miss every time until you eventually get it. I know there was a time where they restricted it to like 3. He definitely, or like if you don't actually attempt it, like if you just run up and jump, but like there should be a clock or whatever. Either way, whatever parameter you set, I feel like that's just inherently going to be a part of it. And you want players to attempt difficult dunks and, you know, whatever. So I don't even have a solution to these problems. I'm just fucking old man yelling at trees. But that was horrid. And I guess we can just kind of get into my general issues with the dunk contest. First of all, it's not even the star thing. It's genuinely just a dunker thing. Very often, there's like 1 or 2 guys that it's like, really? Does that guy belong in a dunk contest? Not because he's not a dunker, but it's like, is this the cream of the crop in terms of what the NBA brings to the table? Like this year, Juan Toscano-Anderson. I love Juan. That's a head scratcher. I really don't understand that one. Cole Anthony was bordering on that one, but at least because he's really short and he can still jump, you get like the Nate Robinson effect where it's like, it's really cool that someone who's 6'1" is dunking the fuck out of the ball. Obviously, Nate Robinson is shorter than that, but you get my point. But there's that, but really what it comes down to is I feel like it's happened so often, like the dunk contest has existed for so long, that it's kind of like, it is hard to be original. Like almost every idea has been done. Like if you even look back at like the Vince Carter's iconic dunk contest, if you look at some of those dunks, you really go like, I've seen that dunk a million times now, but when Vince Carter did it, it was new. So he gets that credit for the iconic dunk contest because a lot of what is the stuff that he had done had never been seen before. But now everyone and their mother does those types of dunks because Vince Carter did it. And it's like we're at a point where it's like it's hard to create anything original, and we're just sampling everything. It's like fucking music. We're just sampling all these other iconic dunks. And then it becomes a thing that I've noticed as a trend recently, which is real fucking weird, which is nostalgia bait in dunk contests, like Donovan Mitchell having a Vince Carter jersey when he was doing a dunk, or I guess I get it with Larry Nance Jr. with him wearing his dad's uniform. That one I guess is more fair to him, but you see stuff like that where it's like, hey, remember this guy? I think there was even like a Dr. Duncanstein one. Either way, that's a really weird one that keeps happening. I think even, yeah, fucking Juan, wasn't he wearing a Jason Richardson jersey? It's like, why do we have to do it like, hey, remember this former player? We're in the present right now. Make an iconic moment right now. Don't remind me of a former iconic moment. That one dunk that Donovan Mitchell did in the Vince Carter jersey was the one that Vince Carter did where he did the "it's over" right after. Like, what is that? Why are you recreating a dunk? Make your own fucking thing. That is the weirdest shit to me, and it's been really prevalent the last couple of years. That doesn't mention gimmick dunks. Like, remember that fucking John Collins like airplane dunk, or today the Tim's dunk was very gimmicky. If you're just like, hey, look at this thing, and it's like, is the dunk impressive? That's what it comes down to. Is the dunk impressive, creative, interesting? Did it display crazy athleticism or something like that? If not, I don't give a fuck if there is a paper airplane on the court while you dunk. I don't care if you're jumping over a Kia if you would have jumped that high anyways, Blake. So it's stupid. And the last thing is the judges. There was not a 50 in this contest. I don't know if someone gave a 50, but there definitely wasn't a 50. And I have seen so many dunk contests now where an absolutely asinine attempt, just because it went on the first try, gets at least a 40. And it's like, that was the most bland shit I've ever seen. And we're talking on a scale from 1 to 50 here. And I understand every player has to vote, or every judge has to vote. And I believe there's 5 of them. So if they all give a 1, it's actually a 5 to 50 scale. But whatever. It's a fucking scale from 1 to 10 in terms of how you can vote. And if bare minimum you're giving a 7 on a dunk that didn't take 15 attempts, what's the point of the first 7 fucking numbers? What's the point of that? If everything's going to be a 40 or more, even if it's a mediocre ass dunk. Like, if I see a dunk in a dunk contest and I'm just like, well, I've seen that a million times, and sure, you finished it on the first attempt, but it was bland, I'm giving you like a 20 or in total, or I'm giving you like a 4 for my vote. Like, why is this scale 50 or 45? 45 to 50, that's the scale if you complete your dunk, and it's fucking moronic. And it was better this time around mostly because the players stunk it up so much it was fucking undeniable. I don't know. I feel like we were spoiled by 2016. That's what a lot of people say. That's one of my first dunk contests that I was really invested in. There were dunk contests before that I'd seen, but they were never really that compelling. But I hadn't built up like a vitriolic dislike for it yet, so I wasn't like going into it already being a hater. Within like 2015 and 2016 happened, it was like, oh my god, this is a great dunk contest. Like, 2 of the greatest, if not the 2 greatest of all time. So to that end, I don't even know what the entire point of this video is. I just wanted to be someone who complains. And, you know, I've tried to do this before and people call you a hater for it, but this time everybody hated the dunk contest so much that now I'm allowed to be a hater. So yeah, that was stupid. I should have spent my night better, but at least I got some content out of it. So there you go. But yeah, that is it. Goodbye.